Hey there, it's Bogdan, and I'm making this video for you to answer one of the biggest questions that I've gotten. I got it recently in the potential community group from Simon Taylor, so a shout out to you. I'm going to answer this question in this video, and I've gotten it over the last few years because productivity is one of my big areas. How do you be more productive? How do you get more done? It's one of the things I teach in my courses. I created a planner for it, created a system for it, and it's one of the things that people come to me for. And within that topic, one of the big areas is overwhelm. When you feel like there's so much to do, where do you start? Where you feel like maybe you've been in the personal growth space for many years and you have a lot of information, where do you start? Or you read a great book and there's so much information, but where do you start? How do you take the first step? Or maybe there's a big project that you need to get done. Like, let's say for a long time you've wanted to read a book write a book, or maybe it's create something, or maybe start a business. And you've had this dream for a long time, but every time you think of it, you're overwhelmed because there's so many moving pieces. So where do you start? So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips, simple kind of ideas that will help you eradicate overwhelm and be able to take the steps you need to take in order to get the results that you want to get. So let's get into it. Number 1, write it down. See, a lot of people, a lot of times where I've interacted with customers, interacted with clients, they get into this overwhelm, and one of the things that causes it is they're attempting to keep everything up here. They're attempting to keep everything up in their brain, and they're using their brain kind of as a short-term and long-term memory storage. They're attempting to hold everything in their brain instead of using a system or something to write it down, to get it out of their head. I believe, and I've found, that the brain is not used. It's not used optimally when it's just used for memory storage. When it's just used for remembering that you need to pick up the dry cleaning, remembering that you need to reply to some email later today, remembering that you need to, do the laundry or do this or do that or complete this project or complete that project. When you're just holding on to stuff like that in your memory the whole time and your brain is constantly forced to remember that all day long, it's not being used efficiently. It's not being used optimally. I believe the brain, this powerful tool, our mind, is better used for creativity, for resourcefulness, for intelligence, for moving our lives forward, for having profound thoughts and inspiration, instead of just remembering that we need to get this done or that down. And again, back to overwhelm, one of the big things that causes overwhelm is we're keeping everything up here and attempting to juggle all this stuff in our brain and hold on to it. So the first step is to get it out of here and get it onto paper, or ideally, as I teach in my productivity planner and part of my system, get it into a system for capturing thoughts. As soon as you have an insight, it should be going down onto paper. As soon as you have something that you need to do later today or later next week or later that month, you shouldn't be holding it up here. It should be going into a place where you capture it, you write it down, and you put it into a place you can trust so that your mind can kind of freely let it go. And that's the key part. It needs to be somewhere that you can trust in order to overcome overwhelm and for your mind to be able to let go of it. Because if you have something important that you need to get done later today, but you write it down somewhere, like let's say it's a post-it note on your fridge or wherever, and your mind doesn't trust that that post-it note is going to remind you in time for you to get that done, it's going to still hold on to it in your mind, because your brain is going to be like, oh, let me make sure this is on, I keep on to this, I hold on to this because I can't let it go, because in case that thing fails. And so you need to put it into a system. But the first way to get out of overwhelm, let's say you have your big project, sit down for half an hour, write down everything that's included within that project. Everything you can think about, every small step. I need to do this as part of this project. I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. Write it all down. Just get it out of your brain and get it down onto paper. Firstly, you'll feel like a weight has been lifted off your back, and now you can actually look at it and you can process this information. You can put it into a system, you can put it into a plan, and so on. So that's the first advantage. Second advantage is it will help you organize it, which is the next part, which I'll get to. But the first step, get it, write it down, capture the information. Don't use your brain just for storing reminders and things like that. Use a system for that. I use the combination of my planner, which I launched last year, and Evernote for long-term files and bigger projects and things like that. But whichever tool you use, get it out of your head, get it onto paper so you can begin to organize it. Second step, So project planning, this is a big topic within productivity. So whenever you have something that's kind of big, let's say I'm an author, so let me use the example of writing a book. A lot of people, the reason they're overwhelmed is because on their to-do list or their list of goals, all they have written right now is write a book. That's it. The challenge is nobody's ever written a book. Write a book is not an actionable item. It's not something you can do. You can't just sit down and write a book. No, you write a chapter, you write words, you write paragraphs, and those paragraphs become chapters, become sections, and they ultimately become a book. That's not an actionable item. And so as long as you have these goals, which you've never actually taken time to break down into specific actions, you're going to be overwhelmed. And so whichever things that you have on your goals list, on your to-do list, your projects list, whatever you have written down that you're overwhelmed about, I can bet that one of the reasons you're overwhelmed about it is because you haven't broken it down deeply enough. So that's one of the big things. Sit down. If let's say you want to write a book or whatever your equivalent is, a big goal, a big project in your life, a new skill you want to learn, whatever it is, break it down into specific actionable steps. So let's say I'm writing a new book. I'll take that. Write a book. That's an outcome, but it's not an actionable thing I can do. So I break that down into, research. Research is one of the stages that goes into the book. So what within research, because that's not actionable either. Research, let me go and I can read this article, which is related, which will give me ideas for the book. Or let me go back and read this research paper. Or let me go back and reread this book. Or let me go back and go through this information that I taught during this speech or this webinar or whatever. So I'll go through and I'll write down the clear things. And you got to keep digging until you get to a point where you feel that thing is actionable. So you got to keep breaking it down, keep going deeper, and ask yourself, is this actionable? Because it's great to have goals, but goals are not actionable. You got to break them down into specific outcomes, into specific actions, into specific tasks that you can schedule and you can get done. And that will help you overcome overwhelm. So whenever you're overwhelmed, ask yourself, is this actionable? Or am I simply putting an outcome on my to-do list and therefore I'm overwhelmed? So break it down, keep going deeper until you feel that you're not overwhelmed and you can take action on that first step. So that's the second thing. Now, the third thing is about time. So one of the little hacks, this one that you can apply immediately, is next to on my to-do list, I'll put down not just the action that I want to do, let's say it's publish an article or do this video for you or whatever, but I'll also put next to that, I'll put the time that it will take. And I'll put like a minimum and a maximum. So I'll put, let's say making this video, minimum amount of time it'll take is like 20 minutes. Or if I do a lot of bad takes and a lot of preparation or get interrupted or whatever, then it might take 45 minutes to record the total thing. So I'll put next to create this video for you, 15 to 45 minutes. And I'll know. Now that reduces my overwhelm as well, and it makes this even more practical and applicable for me because I have a time frame, an estimate of how long this is going to take, and I can look at my to-do list, and even though there's like 20 items on there for today, I can see, hey, this one's only 2 minutes, this one's 2 minutes, this one's 2 minutes. I can even add that up, and it's not that much. It's less overwhelming, so you can use that little hack for you over there. Now, the next step, is to focus on the next applicable thing. So one of the reasons people get overwhelmed is they don't break it down enough. Now, the fourth step here is some people break it down too much and they have all of these little things, but they forget about where they're kind of heading and they get overwhelmed and they get confused, or it's even more confused, the better description for the emotion rather than overwhelmed, because they have too many things on their plate now and they're not actually making progress, or they feel like nothing's leading to where they want to go. And so that's something that you want to avoid as well. And then number 5, the hack, is people focus on the next 12 steps ahead. See, once you do the plan, there's very different mindset is required for planning versus executing. When you plan, your job is to think about the big picture. And so when let's use the example of writing a book. When I'm planning that process, I'll take the book, I'll break it down into what specific things I need to do, the research stage, the writing stage, the editing stage, the publishing stage, whatever stages there are. I'll break that down into specific actions for today, for tomorrow. I'll schedule that into my calendar. I have a whole process for this in my productivity course, but I'll do that. I'll break that project down into specific actionable things, and that's one mindset. But when I'm executing, I kind of forget and I ignore everything. I ignore stages 2 to 5. I ignore steps and action items 2 to 212. I only focus on the next immediate thing. I'll go in and I'll work on just that one thing. So when you're planning, you want to think about the big picture, about everything. But then once you have that plan, the next thing, when you're executing, you want to kind of ignore everything and you want to think about just the next thing. Like imagine you're doing a road trip of going from one side of the country to the other. One way is you can look at the whole map, and when you're sitting down, you're planning the route, you look at the entire map and you're like, okay, this is the best route to take. However, once you're driving, you're not thinking about the entire route. You're just thinking about that next stretch of road. The navigation isn't telling you what's coming up 2 hours from now. It's simply telling you what's the next turn, what's the next turn. And so that's what you need to get into while you're executing. Thinking what's the next thing and only narrow down your attention on the next immediate thing. And so that's number 5. And so there you have it. Those are 5 reasons and kind of ideas on how you can overcome overwhelm in your life and instead be productive and move the needle forward for the learning, projects, growth, whatever it is. If you have any questions, post down below. If you're watching this video, like it or comment or share it out and let me know what you think of this. I hope this video was helpful for you.